brushing his
all
teeth.
here.
I've been listening to what's it called, number 2 of the Sandman on Audible.
Hello.
Oh yeah, is that any good?
It's great, both of them.
We hear you,
Great.
Phil.
Full
Maybe I
voice
should-
cast, and it's amazing.
So it's not like a recreation of the book. Is it an actual like a play?
Half and half. So yes, it's a recreation of the graphic novels, but obviously done for audio, so a bit different.
Yeah.
Neil narrates, and then the rest of the cast is, well-known actors, voice acting. It's good.
Yeah. Ah, good. I should give that a listen because that is one of my favorite series of all time.
Oh shit! I forgot to do my level up.
Me too. No, I didn't. Yes, I did. No. What? Yes, I did. No, I got confused with spells.
You're a cleric. You had all the spells.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
what I keep getting told, but that's not what I keep reading.
Roll20 won't agree with that, but yeah, you add all the spells, but then you pick however many you want each day.
I add all the spells that are.
You can drag and drop every spell from the cleric spell list. Like if you
can, some you have to
Yeah.
brute force in if they're not.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
in the default
only
list.
for what's currently unlocked for me. So I'm at level 3, so I've only got up to
every level 1 and
Yeah.
level 2 spell, I
Yeah.
believe.
Well, it depends how much time you got to kill. You could sit there and add the rest, but you don't have spell slots to cast them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then I can only choose the 8 to prepare each morning. Is that
Correct.
the number?
Yeah, I just went to a table and it says, you've got 4 level 1s,
Yeah.
3 level 2s, 3 level 3s.
But you can choose any of those spells. It's just those are the spell slots.
Yeah.
That you've got. Right?
Yeah.
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 But you have to pick them at the start of the day or the
Day.
long rest,
Yeah.
and that's what you're stuck with that day.
Which is why you prep do your loadout stuff. So you're like, oh, this is my I know I'm going into combat mix. This is we're gonna have to do some negotiating with the royal court mix.
All right. Well, I'll just quickly do.
Evening.
This is my trapped on an island mix with no
Create
water or food.
Create water. Create.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've got
Create.
water. I'll do that. But yeah, the problem with Roll20 and not being able to select them all, so you can just prepare the ones you
Yep.
want. That's just a pain in the neck.
Yeah.
The onus is on you to find all the ones that are applicable and drag them over or create them.
Pretty much. There's a few websites that were useful to just list them all, and then I'd drag in the ones that I could,
Yeah.
Yep.
and then spend ages copying and pasting and hope I did it right for the rest.
All right. I'll just. Oh, come on, update. I'll just pick the ones I need today.
Gentlemen, evening.
Hello.
Apologies
Hey, good day.
Evening.
for my tardiness.
It's not 8:30.
It is not 8. Correct.
Yeah.
And it's Tuesday.
Is
Yeah.
all right. So we all leveled up. That's the first question.
Almost.
Really?
Sure.
Yes, but
Would you like to take a couple of minutes to complete your levels up? if you
Well, I'm going to have to add a bunch of spells and stuff
Okay.
as needed, but I've done the actual character level up.
Okay, we'll just jot your spells down here,
You're gonna have to do that.
so we have write the names of the ones you're taking. But, and make sure you've all got your inspiration-y thingies as well, because well done for your inspiration-y thingies last week. And then what happened last week again?
Ramrod goes
You
to house.
explored the island.
Explored the island. What'd you find?
Exploded birds.
Bits of
Lots.
island.
Yes, we found a lovely ethical debate about killing, where the ethical line for killing things is.
Yeah, it was to further our own gains. You're right.
And what else did you find?
Berries.
Berries, delicious berries
Yes.
when eaten together.
Some were hot, some were poisonous.
Some were acidic, some were basic. Together they were neutral.
Who you calling basic? Iris found a
Science.
lovely stream.
Lovely.
Oh yeah, I definitely dunked my head in the stream to get some water.
You
And,
sure
that
did.
that didn't work out too well for me.
New.
Irison's on headbutted a tree. Bobbin's on headbutted a different ferny thing.
And you made a hole big enough to probably get into the jungle, but you collectively decided
If we want
not
to, that's something. Yeah,
not to enter.
But
we might try that later tonight.
We saw our kitty cat friend and decided to pull back and either come back at full strength or as it was getting late.
Yeah.
And the smell of crab linguine wafted from down the beach.
And you guys had a little bit of a combat. Some little lizardy folkies.
Got some kobolds.
Hashtag
Do
not
any of
kobolds.
us know what kobolds?
They're not
Hashtag not kobolds.
Not
All right.
kobolds. Just,
Sure
just
looked like
small-
kobolds.
Small lizardy folk.
Hashtag not Bob's friends.
Okay.
I know what they are
Alright.
from Baldur's Gate. Aside from that, I really don't know.
I mean, taking us out of the immersion here of recapping the game, they are mechanically kobolds with a couple of things removed, but they are not
Neutered.
kobolds.
Neutered kobolds.
Mechanical kobolds. Are we dealing with Dr. Robotnik here?
Yes.
Cyborgs.
Hello.
Damn it, you're on Sonic Island you're now playing Sonic Boom.
I need more
So they
rings.
worked it out. Ooh.
I would like to roll.
Dexterity save. Alright. And then you guys came back
Then we
and
came back,
had a rest.
had a lovely dinner.
Lovely
Bob.
dinner.
Bob questioned Iris on how this magic-y thing that she does that he seems to be able to do as well, and what the heck, what do you know? This didn't happen,
Oh.
I'm just inserting it.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
And if you guys
We wanted to have the conversation last week, but we ran out of time.
constraints. I needed the little thing at the end to get you through that you woke up to. So you can do that conversation now if you wish.
Well, Phil and Isaac finish up their character level
Yep.
up.
I'm finished.
Okay.
I don't know how to do the spell thing, so if
Okay.
we need water, I'll work it out.
Been
then.
sitting on this all week.
If you want to do the spell thing, you just and it's not in because I've had to do it a lot.
Character, yeah, out of
You
pop-up,
just have to
out mode.
out of pop up. You can drag it in if it's not in the compendium. You just have to make it basically. Just new spell.
On
plus
the
sign.
spell sheet, or you do it on the character sheet core.
If you change to the spell sheet of your character and then search for the spell in the what do they call it? Compendium, whatever it is, where it says D&D 5th edition, the third option.
Yeah.
And if the spell exists in there, you can just drag it over to your character and it'll
And
do all the magic for you.
Wasn't
if
your
it-
It definitely
it
added
don't-
some spells that I didn't pick, which is weird.
then
But-
just delete deleties, and then if you need to add some that aren't in the compendium, you just push the little plus down the bottom, and you have to just type it in.
Yeah,
It's pretty straightforward.
no worries.
Yin had mainly made ones like that. Yeah, Iris and Bob, the floor is yours.
Bob either sidles up to or draws her attention across the lovely table in their bespoke mansion. He's like, so Iris, this
Oh.
force magic throw thing that you do, and apparently I can do it as well. What is it? Where does it come from? How does it work? I don't know what I'm doing. I just sort of pretend I'm throwing the bowl, and this blast comes out.
Iris puts her crab linguine to the side. You're not familiar with how your power works.
I have no
Well,
idea
that's
what's going
interesting.
on. I was out
Um,
plowing the cabbage field one day, and I found this ring,
That's what you call it.
and then this plowing, love good plowing, and then this
is
being,
that a
this
euphemism?
genie, genie appeared, and then he told me this story, and I said I was sorry that it happened to him, and he said that, the next day I was going to Yata. So when I woke up the next morning, or when I went home and I spoke to the wife and kids, and she said I'd just been out in the sun too long, and I was obviously delusional and having some sort of fever dream. And I woke up the next day, and everything looked normal. The kids and the wife and the dog were all happily sleeping, and everything looked good. So I just, started putting the tea on and made some breakfast, and suddenly the house started shaking, and something was going on. So I rushed outside, but it was only my house. And then I saw the ring on my finger, and it was glowing and getting hotter and hotter. And I knew something was wrong. So I grabbed my stuff and I went off to Yata. Woke up the next morning to find that letter that we all had to get on the ship. And then I guess you know the rest. Now we're here.
Seems I do. So this is a very, very recent acquisition.
I have no idea what's going on.
Um,
It is kind of cool though.
Bob, you said you said a genie,
That's what he
as in the
looked like.
kind that
He
grant
didn't.
wishes,
He didn't really have legs. Just had the torso, and he's
the
like
ones in
floating
kids'
up there.
fairy tales. Okay. By any chance, did you agree to anything or make a deal?
He said I did. I just said after his story that I wish that hadn't happened to him, and if I could do anything to help, just say the word.
Oh, poor Bob.
Well,
Well, I can tell you that was probably your undoing. Actually, I wouldn't say undoing. I love having these powers. They're great. And she just like generates a little puff of like force energy in her hands. It's like I really do enjoy having these powers, but you should probably find out a bit more. It seems you may have made some sort of pact or deal with a higher entity. You seem to have stumbled into yours.
oh man. Oh man.
Interesting. Um, if I were you, I might try sitting quietly, meditating, trying to contact them. We get a bit more information on what the entire story is. Maybe find out the terms of your agreement.
So I'm like locked into this now.
I
Now,
mean,
how do
not
I get out of it?
necessarily. I'd be glad to help you. I don't know any of the terms.
Okay. Just want to go home. Then he sort of
All
goes
right,
back
Bob.
to sulking a little and eating his food.
Very good. How's the level up going, guys?
Yeah, we're done.
Yeah, I think I've done as much as I can.
Brilliant.
I keep freezing though, so I think I'm just going to restart quickly. Something's not quite right.
Turn the heater up.
Yeah.
Lost you now.
says I'm offline.
I made a
Oh.
badoom noise.
Yeah, you kind of like broke up a little bit when you were speaking as well before.
And some,
I thought it was me, but
yeah, and Phil's off of Discord now too.
oh,
Sounds very
that's
bad.
damn Tuesdays.
Ah, nbend. We have been nbend.
Mm.
Mm.
What do you mean? Zombies here! Ah, little Iris.
What? What noises do elephants make?
I don't know, but what about a Loxodon? He seems to be able to talk, so
True.
I'm just going to move you guys into your shelter.
This is excellent
yes.
shelter.
Haha, you like
We
that?
must,
Yeah, I worked hard on this shelter, apparently.
we must be nice to the animals and the plant life.
I was very
That's,
respectful. It's all good.
And
Oh,
let's go.
Iris looks different. Iris showed up as Ramrod's image for a second there for me.
That's preposterous.
All right, well, you guys have your long rest. Feel empowered. More so than you were. And, there's little bits of extra
Ooh.
tingly things that you're not used to. Look out.
Yeah, I wake up with a lovely package under my arm as I open it quickly and I find a book that seems to be wreathed in shadow. It's very nice.
Ooh, shadowy books. Interesting. And then outside, as you, who's gonna, well, should we just wait for Phil?
Yeah, Ramrod Zom needs to wake up.
I'm still dozing. But,
Sleep apnea kept us up at late last
yeah,
night.
you're telling me. Graham, you actually awaken first, and you see the 5 chests in
Still
the
not.
trap you set. So someone or something has left these 5 chests at your campsite.
He's gonna go and Graham's just gonna go and have a little look without waking anyone up. See if he can see inside the bounds of the trap. See if he can see any footsteps or any other signs that someone's been there, other than our party, of course.
Roll an investigation.
Oh, there's 2 irises now.
Just checking my token.
Can't do that.
So you're whoa.
Whoa.
We've got Phil back and Q and natural 20. Ah, oh wow. So you see the chests there, and you're expecting to see maybe some of those lizard footprints or some sort of humanoid footprint maybe or something, anything. There is nothing. It looks undisturbed by anything. Sand looks as it was, aside from these 5 chests.
Well,
And
perhaps they were always here. Graham
What's
thinks to himself.
What's the premise? These
so
chests don't
these
look like
chests-
they've come in from the boat.
So these chests are arranged in a neat row. They're quite ornate. They look different from any chest that you've seen around the sort of the debris. And Graham has very intuitively searched around and realised that, in fact, these chests don't have footprints coming to or from them.
Or any
Sand
other
is
signs of transport.
Sand
Sorry,
is
these are
undisturbed.
new chests
New chests. They
that have
appeared
just
overnight.
arrived here.
Or
Yeah,
perhaps
maybe-
they were there the whole time.
So
Thinks
roll
Graham to
a
himself.
roll a perception check.
Yeah,
They were
they
not
were
there
here
the whole time.
They
They
were
weren't
there.
here the whole time.
Okay.
As you're sort of looking around, the rest of the party sort of hear you shuffling around, and
I like to think Graham still thinks that they were there the whole time.
Graham can think that, but
Couldn't have missed them.
deep down he knows they weren't, but he can think that if he wants.
Yeah.
Are they right next to us? Are they the chests?
Yeah. So how I picture it is, you guys
Graham's a
sort
flat earther.
of in your shelter, and you sort of Graham sort of sat up, propped himself up on the bed, looked out at the shore, and then all of a sudden, just in front of him, because he can see.
Are we sharing a bed?
It's a picture. You don't really have a bed; it's so much just a sort of a communal laying area, a shelter. even though
No, I'd definitely be in my own room.
I thought we were all sharing a bed.
I mean, it was a good roll. It wasn't that good of a roll.
Everybody has their own room.
We've got a guest bedroom,
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'm
it's
definitely at least in the guest bedroom on the second floor.
third floor.
I thought it was the second guest
Oh.
bedroom on the third floor. Yeah.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, sorry. Yeah. It's
So-
canon, DM.
And DM, it is sure. I hope there's no wind because we are doing weather rolls soon.
It was a nat 20.
And
Seems like pretty good.
don't
Surely
see any.
the wind is no foe for this second iteration of the Stickstein Chapel.
Okay, Zom. On that note, roll.
Ooh.
Could you please roll a? Let me just check which dice it is. A D8.
Big money, no whammies.
Sun shines bright early today. As you sort of are awakened by everyone sort of looking at these chests, you step out onto the sand. You immediately feel the heat radiating off of it. Looking out towards the jungle,
Ooh, we need to turn the aircon on.
see a thick, steamy heat radiating out of it. Sun, even though it's not high in the sky yet, is beating down hard today.
I've forgotten what Zom's voice is. It's got to be a hot one today.
Hold on.
Brr. Brr.
All right. Do you think we'll need extra water?
Yeah, if we're going to explore, then yes, I suspect we're going to need extra water.
Does anybody?
Well,
have
we're going to
anything
need extra
carry
water.
Water in. I can.
Yeah, you got a large water sack last time from the.
Yeah,
Well,
actually, Zom's still carrying that, and how much of that are we assumed to have drunk? Because that was, I think, 4 gallons.
I think by over the course of the evening, I think you probably would have communally drunk most of it.
All right. Did we end up setting up that filter using the stream water?
No.
With the sand and fabric?
Discussed it, but you did not.
That
I think
seems
we
like
did it.
something we probably should have done.
Anything left in the large water scare bag, we fill up our water skins fresh, so it's
Yeah.
emptied,
No, you're not getting much from it.
and then we
Drops.
non-metally look expectantly at Ramrod.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I haven't really done this before. I know how it works, but we're going to get wet because I'm pretty sure it's going to be more than 4 gallons. So do we have a bigger container? Or do we just have a bath?
Do we know about
Graham's-
those chests yet, or we haven't been outside
Yes.
yet?
Graham was just going to come in and just say, "There's chests out here."
Sorry, Graham. What did you say?
Yeah, we
Out
know.
here, chests.
We searched them all yesterday. Don't you remember? God.
Oh, has he had
He's
enough
not
water?
Today. He's
Sorry, I don't think Zom's meant to be angry.
Zom, are you all
Chests.
right?
New chests.
Oh, just a bit tired. Sorry.
It's all right.
Didn't
New
sleep well.
chests. Okay. I'll go have a look. Zom, have some breakfast. You're kind of a cranky guy in the morning.
Oh, no, that's a cracking suggestion.
I'll stay here with you, Zom. We'll sort out this water. Open
Yeah,
the sack.
and bacon. I'm thinking bacon.
Do we have any barrels? Did we notice any barrels on the beach previously? And are there any barrels built into the new 16 chapel?
So
Si-
there are some barrels on the beach that washed up in the debris. I think you'll find that. Let me just bring it up. So there were two barrels that you guys pulled out stuff out of. Integrity would be questionable though, so you would need to perform a bit of maintenance upon them. You were going to do anything with them?
There's plenty of
Ooh.
debris
About
around
mending.
with which we can probably form some sort of watertight container.
Certainly give it a shot, that's for sure.
Well,
Hmm.
Zom, how about we go and try and
Let's-
do that? We'll try
let's
and
do
repair a
that.
barrel.
Well,
Graham's
yeah,
covered with
we'll try
Iris.
and do a few if we can.
So there's two.
All right,
I'm
yeah,
trying to
but-
make a few.
we'll do
Alright.
two.
Maybe we
Two-
can at least make
two
one
barrels, you
good
wanna
one
have a-
out of those two or something.
Right?
Yeah,
Oh. Okay, so you want to make one really good barrel from the two that you've got. A barrel. You would know this,
And
obviously.
How
Barrel-
quality do the chests look that were outside? Are they like
Hmm.
pristine
They-
chests?
Yeah, they're like pristine chests.
Do they look watertight?
Watertight, pristine,
To our expert
water resistant.
eyes.
Let me just have a look.
I walk outside to see the chest that Graham is looking at. I just look down at them, and I just look up. Doesn't look like they've fallen from anything. There's no like an impact mark.
There's no impact mark. In
Downstairs at the sky too.
no impact mark. There's no footsteps leading to or from them. The sand around it looks seamlessly same as all the other sand on the beach, apart from where you guys have been walking so far this morning.
I'll open the first chest.
I was
Well,
gonna say,
well-
are we going to detect magic or?
No, no,
We'll
no.
repair, Zom.
Which one
No,
do
no,
you want to? Which one do you want to open? There's
I
one
guess-
that has
Yeah.
A
What
Z.
are these chests? Okay.
one has ZB on it. One has RF. One has BC. One has TH.
Wait.
I'll if
These
well,
they mean something.
well, are you guys are working on
Sure,
your
they mean
barrels, right?
something.
You guys are working on your barrels,
Oh,
right?
Yeah, we're working on the barrel.
There's a ZB, BC, G, RF, and a TH.
This is a tricky puzzle.
I'll head to the TH, and if I see them all, I'm gonna try and put two and two together here, and I'm just gonna try and snap off the TH. And if
You're
the
gonna snap off the TH, like off of the wooden carved TH. You're gonna try and snap that off of the barrel, off of the chest.
Chest.
It's like an
Oh.
engraved sort of. It's like an ornate engraving on it, basically.
Into the wood, the structure of the chest. You mean not a plaque?
It's like Let me kind of get a nice picture for you.
Like a bowl that's been masterfully carved by a dragonborn.
Yeah.
Is
Yeah,
it
it
handwriting
would kind of
somewhere?
look. Maybe. Just trying to find a nice kind of looking chest that you guys might.
Think of a site you might be able to go to find something.
What's that?
This is a family
Nice.
friendly stream.
Bro- Bronzed, bolted on.
Hold on, let me just search for nice chest images. Oh,
I did search for chest.
beautiful
Um,
chests, intricate.
All right, maybe something like this.
World's best 18th century chests.
It'd be something like that. It has a carving on it, and then sort of just below the
Lord.
clasp is the initials that have been carved.
Okay. I'm going to subtly try and say this one's locked, and I'm going to cast Eldritch Blast and try and blast off the TM.
The
TM.
trademark.
Yep.
Yeah.
The TM that is there.
Yes.
Okay. Cast
Graham's like, "But no, I can unlock it."
Too late.
so you're gonna just obliterate the chest with it?
Just the lock. Just the lock.
The lock.
Just the clasp where the TM is.
And there's a sear mark on it. The lock looks broken. It's hard to you've clearly damaged the carving on it. Still probably TME, but it's a bit harder to read now.
TM
Open
or
it up.
TH?
TM.
Not that we noticed.
TM. Open it up.
Yeah.
Within that, you find a crossbow and all the other items that you surrendered. The captain. You walked onto the manatee.
Interesting. All right, I'm just going to tick those things on.
Graham's peering over the top of the chest to try and see what's in.
Graham,
What'd you
I think you'll find Bob. Graham, this is our stuff from when we lodged it on the manatee.
Oh, where's mine? Where's mine?
I imagine it's is it GG?
G.
GG.
Just G?
G.
Just Jay.
Just G.
Just grey.
This can't be my chest. It says Bruce Campbell on it. Please.
You guys are gonna open all of your chests.
That's funny. Mine doesn't appear to be locked, and Bob opens it up.
Zom and Ramrod, I guess, will come
I
inside.
flagged them over. Yeah.
Yep.
Flag you guys over.
Alright. Pop it open.
You guys pop open your chests and find your variously respective things in it.
I don't need this pot lid anymore.
You do not feel nice. I mean, it's
Didn't
almost
really
like
have anything.
kind of like almost like a nice housewarming present. It's the kind of vibe that you get. It's like, this is almost a gift from someone who's. It's just nice to get this stuff back. It's a familiar feel in your hand of the blade, of the staff, of the crossbow, of the various items that you've sort of missed for the last day. Nice to have them back.
Bob stares slack-jawed at Zom as he pulls out a 6-foot staff from this 2-foot chest.
I mean, there's
He does magic too.
Yeah, that's right. I just pulled a spear out of there.
It's like just locks it in, pulls it out, locks it in.
You would estimate that these chests would probably leak water if you tried to fill them up with water. So
Damn it.
you could try, but you'd probably find that the cracks in the carvings and the hinges and stuff and down the edges, it doesn't look entirely watertight. They're good quality, but they're chests.
Still, the gods have blessed us to have all of our chests all together with our initials on them, with our stuff still intact and not at the bottom of the ocean. Else,
Didn't we just
something
put them
more
all into
sinister.
one chest when we got on the boat?
That's
Wasn't it
what
like
I
a...
remember.
Correct.
Oh.
Which was Captain Thibian Lowe's personal. He kept it in his personal chamber, and he was the only one who had the key.
Strange.
So someone's looking out for us, or someone
I-
wants us to give them a challenge. Hmm.
I wouldn't read too much into it.
Yeah,
Probably
right.
just the way things work around here.
It's probably a coincidence. These probably just washed up overnight.
Smells
Maybe
like
it was the
game of
cat.
squid. Anyway, let's get back to the barrel.
You guys work on the barrel.
Yep,
Probably
right.
Megara.
Forget about this. Yeah.
Do we even know who Megara is?
That's a good
Probably not.
question.
We probably would actually.
You guys
Yeah,
could have-
I
you
imagine.
guys-
Well, I
have
guess
some
it depends on. I guess it depends on. Don't
What
answer that
happened?
question, Potsy. Yeah.
I was going to say, yeah. We may
You
have
could
no
have-
idea.
Could have some concept of the legend of Megara, though. You might not know the
Well-
ending, but you would be aware of something to do with it.
But I mean,
I mean,
it's like a
if
big
the
evil
Knights of
demon.
Sherd,
It's
it's
going
not
to
a
be
big. It's
cool
not a
in
big
stories.
evil demon. It's not a big evil demon.
The primordial,
Ah,
like an animal.
no. It's like. Did you ever watch Hercules, the animated movie?
Only like 1,000.
Yes. Yeah. You know the Titans in that? It's like that. It's like the big volcano thing, like that.
Yep, that fits the legend.
Yeah.
So like
But
Yeah.
don't you dare say it.
an ancient demon.
What I'm saying is, if we ever end up going back to cannon cabbage fodder, and you guys end up chasing down the fire giants, and they do end up having Megara, and for some reason your plan fails horribly, and Megara gets released and destroys half the countryside,
Sounds like
that's probably pretty important information that people living in society 25 years from then would know. Also,
Probably.
likely you guys save the day, and no one ever finds out that Megara went missing.
we don't make that much mess. We're quite tidy, so
Really good at being adventurers. Come on, you know us.
we can keep
Now
it.
these barrels.
The
These
barrels.
barrels.
Let's do something about the barrels.
Yeah.
Right,
What are we
well-
rolling?
They're pretty smashed up. I like.
It's not what you said before, but go on.
You said there were two that were relatively intact, and we could make
Yeah.
one good one.
Between
Yeah.
now and then, they've degraded significantly.
It's
Right?
half
The
day.
sun is really hot.
I am really tired, guys. Give me a fucking break. Kind of a bit smashed up. They're alright. They're good enough that you had to like open them up to get the shit out, and you were searching through them a day ago. In terms of holding water, pretty messed up. All right. So you're going to need to do between the two of you, you're going to need to do an intelligence check on how you're going to repair them. Because you said you are going to break it down to make one full barrel, I'll give you advantage on it because you don't have to be as smart.
Only half as smart. Maths.
What's the roll though?
So
Intelligence check.
do you want to do it just one of us roll and take advantage on that, or both of us roll and we take the highest?
Both of you roll with advantage.
Do we remember seeing any clay or something like that in the stream?
Lucky we had advantage.
You are very lucky you had advantage.
Yeah, I think with my I've had a bit of experience with this in the past. Ramrod, perhaps just follow my lead. Follow my lead on the barrel making.
Happy to follow your lead. I'm keen to learn. Show me.
And I think to rebuild the barrel, so you've sort of picked the bits out that are quite good.
I like your
shape of
blueprints.
We're going to do a joint survival check to try and piece it back. Oh no, not survival.
Graham's going to come over. What are you doing?
Hey, Zom, do you want to borrow my hammer? Will that help?
Look at these plans.
You
This
guys-
is what we're doing.
Guys
Yeah,
have-
hammer, yes, absolutely.
You do have
that will help.
nails as well. Don't forget. Building.
I have my
stuff check.
warhammer. Won't that make it go faster?
Let's say not sleight of hand.
It's half of water.
Constitution. Constitution checks. Just sort of a.
Hang on. For who?
To see if I
Or-
can stomach putting the barrel
Om-
together.
Colin Ramrod. Well, I mean, it's kind of like a survival-y thing, but not surviving. And
Is it because it's wood and wood was once a tree and Zom has a feeling for trees?
And he's about to smack it with a hammer.
Yeah, it's meant to smack.
So Constitution, you want us to do that?
Hang on. I'm just.
Roll a Cooper check.
If we're wrestling with these iron
Alright.
rings, we could do
All
a
right.
persuasion check.
So one of you is going to do a strength check. The other one is going to do a sleight of hand check. You can choose who does who. Someone's going to be doing the hammering, and someone's going to be placing stuff into the right spots. You guys can work it out.
One person's going to hold the nail, the other person's.
Kind of like one person's holding stuff in place, not getting hit with shit, and the other person's
You know what you're doing,
hammering and
Zom. You tell me
things.
where to hold the thing, and I trust that you're not going to destroy me.
How strong are you?
Well, for a Herringon, I'm quite strong.
I'm like
a rabbit.
10 out of 20 strong, I reckon.
10 out of 20. Yeah, well,
That's what I would estimate. Yeah,
You look at from down here.
but I'm a lot. I can take a beating a little bit more.
You want to hold the nail.
It was strength and constitution, wasn't it?
Strength and sleight of hand.
Sleight of hand.
Oh, sleight of hand, wasn't it? You do the sleight of hand. I'll do the strength.
Okay.
With these with advantage.
So Zom, Ramrod, you're deftly moving your hands around as Zom sort of hammers, and then you're moving another one here. You get some of those nails here, and you're sort of suggesting you put the rim down, put it here, it'll hold these bits together. This piece here looks really good, or hold it there. Zom's hammering it away. And you guys construct a relatively, it looks like a pretty decent barrel.
How much can it hold?
So a barrel can hold.
Oh yeah.
You reckon the barrel will probably hold, of that side, about 40 gallons.
Bushel.
I was going to say, it just holds 1 pint.
No.
They've made a miniature matchstick barrel.
You reckon that's a pretty big barrel? Will hold about 40 gallons of water.
And this barrel has a lid. This is not an open top barrel, I'm assuming.
Want to make a lid?
Well, I mean, we would have made a lid with the barrel.
I got a pot lid.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's the same size as the pot
We'll
lid.
just use that. That'll work.
Yep.
Yeah, we'll just put that on top. Any lid, just so that the water doesn't evaporate so rapidly. That's all.
It is
and
a
then
hot
we'll
day.
keep it
So
within
people do the
our
same.
within the Stickstein chapel, perhaps in the cool room or
Maybe in the cellar, yeah.
Yeah,
in
somewhere
the
next to
cellar,
the kitchen, I
which-
think is probably the best.
the wine cellar, maybe.
The whiskey cellar.
In the still.
We see what Ramrod has built above ground, but as a Herringon, I assume there's quite a lot going on below ground as
It
well.
is mint.
So, I mean, it's a pretty heavy barrel.
It's going to be more heavy with 10 gallons of water in it.
It's going to be very heavy with 40 gallons of water in it.
Yeah. We'll
They do
move
keep
it
going.
into position. We can roll it into position. And yeah, then how are we filling it? By the way, what were you going to do?
Yes.
Ramrod?
Oh, well, I have learned a few things. So I've never tried it, but I can create water, pull water or moisture from the atmosphere and concentrate it into a place. It's good for drinking. It'll do. Shall we give it a try?
Hell yeah.
All right. So we put it in place in the shelter. And I create water.
10 gallons of
10
clean
gallons.
water. Water falls as rain.
That's alternatively. It can. I can
Okay,
create
yep,
it
cool.
into a open container.
Open container.
Into an open container. Well, congratulations. It now has 10 gallons of water in it.
Clean water.
Fresh water. Delicious fresh water.
And so that means I've used a spell slot. Right?
Mm-hmm. Unless it's
Level
ritual.
1 spell slot.
Yeah, so I just just reduce that on my spell sheet, right?
So that. So then you just push down one arrow, yep. So
Is it hot water? Is it warm water? Is it cold water?
It's refreshing.
So is this in your shelter? You've
Yes, we
Yeah, we
moved
put the
it
barrel
into
in the
shelter.
kitchen.
moved a barrel into the shelter.
Yes.
Can you guys describe what your shelter actually looks like in all seriousness, just so we're all on the same page of description? I'll let you go. Ramrod, you can describe it, seeing as you built the bloody thing.
Have you seen the Playboy Mansion?
Have.
I don't know. I wasn't here last week to build it.
No, but literally like last week.
I did the right thing and wrote your character out by saying they're building a shelter for the entire session.
Great.
And then you're not 20 it or something.
He I think it was double. It was like 20 and then 19. The 2 checks that I made him roll. So you built a really good shelter. So what does it look like?
All right. Okay. So based on our reality, I've created it out of shipwreck, seeing as though the forest is magical, so I can't really take pieces of that. The wrecked lifeboats and other bits of shipwrecked wood, the seaweed and whatever to cover it for more shade, more shelter. The boats probably hold how many people? Lifeboats probably 6.
They're big enough, like
10.
to sit in if they were functional.
Yeah.
Probably be looking at 6 people.
Yeah. So
I mean, you can move your tokens in there and you'd see them.
That's right. So
sort of 3 rows of 2.
Yeah, with that, there's enough for us to, if we were all to lay down, we'd fit with plenty of room. So sitting around, there's heaps to move around in.
You've got
So
some. So you can stand.
It's open at one side.
The beach side or the non-beach side? I like the water side or the non-water side?
It's facing to the east, so a bit of both. Because I am a Herringon.
Same as this east.
In which planet?
Just north, south, east.
Never.
Okay. Yep. I am now understanding what you're saying, and I'm thoroughly again tired. So apologies.
North could be to the bottom of the page. I've seen it done before.
Not in this instance. North is this way, east is this way. So you're facing the opening sort of comes around this way, and that's the space of it.
Yep, sure.
Sort of.
Yep.
It covers any protective.
No,
Is there anything?
Magics or traps, if that's what you mean.
Graham cast a perimeter trap last time.
Oh, okay. Yeah, nothing that I've done.
So there's room inside for you guys to all lay down, and sort of, is there a spot for you to sit, or do you just sort of, it's just a bed sort of room?
There's makeshift, like broken barrel type table type stuff, but it's all on the ground.
There's a bed and some simple tools, basically.
Yep.
Now a giant barrel.
A 40-gallon barrel.
Some would say.
Who's drawing that?
This is a mighty impressive shelter you've built here, Ramrod. Mighty impressive.
I do what I can.
Us masons would be proud of you.
Oh, thank you. Now, after seeing you plan out how to repair a barrel, I think I can probably do a better job next time.
Rod, just roll a perception check.
Perception, did you say?
Perception, yeah. Barrel looks good. Okay. What do you guys want to do now?
Well, if we're going to go
Fill up
anywhere,
our
you
water
wanna
skins,
fill your
take a
water
bit of a
skins?
drink.
Yeah.
That's exactly it. Fill up our water skins.
Pre-game.
So you're all filling up your water skins. So that's going to leave. Water skin can hold half a regular day's worth of water. So
And
that's gonna be
Zom can fill up his the 4-gallon.
the mega one.
Yep. It'll actually use pretty much all of it, I think, won't it?
Yeah. You can fill up your 4-gallon one. Then the rest of you are filling up your 1-gallon ones.
That's 8.
Definitely.
You want to
Who's
fill up.
drawing that?
You want to fill your other water bag, Zom?
Yeah. Fill as much as possible.
So there's 1 gallon left in the barrel now.
Let's drink it, guys.
Yeah, we'll probably need it.
So you're just gonna sit back and using your ornate bowls from the Gnome and Dragon and just sip that 1 gallon. Ricky?
Graham doesn't have one of those. He's got a Tikos pint glass instead.
Yeah, if as long as everyone else has got their water, then Zom will take the last bit out of the bottom with his trunk and.
Now have an empty barrel.
If the barrel is meant to be shown at the front there, that's going to be in direct sunlight, so it should be.
Oh
in
no.
shelter.
That's not what that is.
That's the coffee table.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Nice, the rocking chairs.
So yeah, that's exactly right. Those are rocking chairs. There's a
Okay.
table.
It looks like there's people standing against like a stand-up table.
We're going to become
a little bar
porch,
table.
porch monkeys. We're
Yeah.
taking it back.
I'm trying to draw some glasses of delicious cold water also on the table. There
Looks
we go.
like something with
There's no
googly eyes.
Got golden donuts or something.
It's a chest.
We've been on this island too long. So I missed that. Was that the plan view of the new 16 chapel?
So I just asked Ramrod to describe what he had built. So it's a lean-to. It's using the ruined boats. It's opened at one end.
Too modest.
Looking to the east. It's got a bed and sort of a seating area. And it has a giant barrel in it as well.
Sorry, it's looking to the east.
Sort of opened up to the east.
Oh man.
You kind of have to rotate what you've drawn there.
Yeah. I don't really want to do that.
You can do that though, I think, can't you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I sort of picture it. I would have thought he would have gone for the ocean view.
It's
Yeah, same here.
picturesque. It looks a little bit something like that.
45.
Yeah, can you do 45?
Wow, that's not.
That is not.
Oh no.
Damn it. This is.
I don't think
should be
that's
moved.
necessary. What are we going to do now?
Anyway.
Where are we going? Where are we headed? Now we've
Yeah,
got
yeah, let's get out of
Let's
here.
go.
before we
Let's
lose
go
some data.
back and get our water treatment plant going.
We also
Of course
found yesterday we found 2 potential
Kobolds.
paths into the forest area. We found that we could walk up the stream potentially, or in the 3rd entrance we found
It was the central entrance.
central entrance.
path.
I think
Right.
we head up the stream.
Get a hole.
We found that there, when we started to look through the forest, we did see our feline friend observing us.
Watching.
That's fine. We'll deal with that thing if and when we have to. But I say we
Actually,
move inland now.
But we
Like,
also found some friends who weren't friends, and there seemed to be a lot of foot traffic around that area. One of the guys ran off towards the cliffs, and then his footprints just disappeared, and he wasn't there anymore.
Ramp it up would be how you would interpret those footprints.
And the other three had, well, all four of them had come down from the top, but there was sort of like a bench and a picnic spot.
Yeah, oh, you kind of more like a
But we
tea
couldn't
room,
see
is how
anything
you would
there.
interpret it. You saw some cutlery, like a bit of cutlery and some like food that you probably wouldn't eat unless you were pretty desperate, like some bugs and stuff on a plate. Could you roll an investigation? Perception.
We've still got tons of crab meat, don't we?
Oh yeah, you do, but do you really want to be eating much?
Pretty old.
Pretty old and hot today.
I've still got
Who was
25.
the perception?
Like 1 day old.
It's like 30 degrees and it's
Crab meat
early
doesn't.
in the morning. And you can try and eat it, man. You can try.
That's right. That's what that smell is. That 25 pounds of crab meat I'm still carrying around.
I mean,
Who was doing the roll, Potsy?
said Bob, if Bob could do a perception check.
Oh shit. I see nothing.
Carry on. Iris, you want to do
Yeah.
do you want to have a close look at the chests, or you want to just happy that the
I mean,
design
I
on them or
can-
anything?
I'm happy to have a look at the chest. I'll get a bit closer. See, obviously, someone put some time into making these things because
Yeah, it's quite a. I mean, living on the streets and in the orphanage, you've probably not seen many nice things. But, remember, there were some nice people some more wealthy people. In particular, there was one. There was one really wealthy. Well, she wasn't wealthy, but she had a lot of nice old things in the village that you grew up in, and she had a few sort of nicely carved things like this. And you look at the design on this one, and you don't recognize it as the design of anything you've seen before, but you see a few things in there. There's a dragon. There's a couple of smaller people. And a figure that is sort of conversing with them. There's another dragon on the top that's sort of the main feature of it, like a big dragon that's carved there. Almost the front of it kind of looks like there's been a battle, but you can't really tell much from the story of it though. Like it just looks like a bit of a fight scene with a dragon and some people standing around. You can roll a perception check if you're still there, if you've not disappeared, as I suspect you have.
I'd be if I was here, I'd be curious to see if there's any familiar figures from history
you-
or otherwise.
Graham's curious enough to have a look to roll a perception check on Iris's behalf.
I mean,
Oh, whoops.
Investigation. Yeah. No, you don't recognize any of the figures on there, but there's a dragon, there's a battle, there's some people standing around talking to a very sort of the people who are with that 16, the people who are talking look royal, they look kind of regal, and one of them is sort of like talking to a group of them, and that's sort of all you can get from it. And is that you, Ian? Are you back?
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now.
I hear you.
Yeah, sure. It's fine when I'm dicking around, but the second the DM's saying something important, gone.
Mhm.
Was there anything important I needed to hear?
There were a dragon and some people carved on the chest, basically.
They looked like they were fighting.
There was like a battle on one side, the dragon involved, and then on the other side there was sort of like a person talking to people and regal, fancy.
Okay. Um,
Okay. So Graham wants to go and have a look at the creek again.
definitely the creek
Every-
is where Iris is
everyone's-
going as well.
Headed to the creek.
Was that?
Dom,
What?
Yep.
Yeah. We'll go to the creek.
Your
Well, yeah.
thirst is quenched.
You guys feel nice and thirsty. You're pretty hungry, but give you that much. Good feast last night, but much
There are probably some leftovers from the.
Yeah,
Clearly
like
There's,
discussed.
there's
Does anyone actually want to eat any of it?
Not when you ask like that.
definitely having berries. Yeah.
Yeah, combine some berries. Yeah.
Does Zom want to rub the crab meat on a spear?
I thought we'd do. Oh, the crab meat. Yeah.
We can save that to deter someone from attacking us. Throw the
And-
crab meat at them.
Crab meat
Come
itself
on, guys.
is got a bit getting a bit pungent.
Perfect.
What would be perfect for?
Sure, I think Zom could probably tell its status. I think, couldn't he?
Yeah.
Let's have a look at it then. Let's examine it. How is it?
Or,
Is it good?
or is it anyone with a working nose can tell the state of it?
Are you examining it, thinking you like? Are you picking it up, going, "Oh, it's alright," or are you looking at it, going, what's the?
Hang on. You've just done two steps in one there. Picking up and then examining it and then eating it all of a sudden
Are you-
that's two steps.
Are you picking it up and examining it with a view to eat it, or just to see if it's edible?
If it's edible, there will be a view to eat it. If it's inedible, then no.
So you're actually examining it first. You're not just gonna. Okay. So roll a in that instance.
Like I would do with a Vegemite sandwich straight out of the cupboard. Yep.
Roll a. I mean, Iris stuck her head straight in the water to drink it. She was just going to drink it, and it was sort of after the fact that she.
Yeah, to be fair, actually, Zom is chaotic also. So, yeah, you know what? Yeah, he's just going to eat a piece.
Constitution saving throw.
Oh, that's
You
not that good.
pick up a bit of it, and you sort of, as it's in your mouth, your tongue sort of curls around, and you're like, maybe I should have a sniff of this first. Sniff it, and you go, not gonna eat that.
And I will take all of the crab meat and I will throw it back into the sea.
As you throw it into the sea, it splashes in there. Within minutes, you see fish swarming around it.
Oh, we got
I
to get
will
our
use
spears onto the fish.
I will use Mage Hand to grab one. I can see the fish, so I just want to, looking at the fish, just basically cast Mage Hand around the fish, grabbing it and bringing it back.
Okay.
Yeah,
well,
Zom's going to
in-
take a spear and try and get a fish as well after, because he realised he probably should have used it as bait. But anyway,
Iris first. Roll a d20.
Just D20. Says rolling the dice. 17.
Ooh. When the crab meat hits the water, initially, like, there's lots of fish, and then they all kind of disappear a bit, and you see a big figure coming, and it sort of jumps sort of out, and you see this shimmer, and it's a pretty big shimmer, the swordfish that you see flying that takes a bite. Mage hand. Sleight of hand.
You want me to sleight of hand it?
I want you to sleight of hand it. So you cast
Okay.
mage hand.
Steal the swordfish's life.
Got it.
without noticing.
Can I use inspiration?
Can use inspiration.
I'm going
Can
to because
Use
sounds
Graham,
like
throw a
inspiration.
spear at it.
Did I say
As soon as
guidance
he
fast
sees
enough?
this fish,
Would you like to apply
You did not.
guidance and use it? Would you like to
Yeah.
apply guidance on?
Yes,
Like-
absolutely.
Applying guidance makes it.
1d4. Oh, there you go.
the
Graham
You
has-
feel your hand, the spectral hand, and you guys see the spectral hand just grip onto this large fish. And the fish sort of initially starts to slide out, and then the mage hand tightens upon it, grips it tight, and Iris, you feel satisfied that this fish is dinner. You pull it, I'm presuming you put it on the sand in front of you, and someone is there with the spear to sort of
I'll hit it
polish
with
it
my
off.
hammer.
Okay.
Bob's got a dagger.
And
Bob, do you know what
Yo.
the password is? Password is swordfish.
Please.
The password is always swordfish.
of
um,
course it is.
well done.
You and the accused.
2d12.
You want me to roll a 2d12?
2d12.
That's not great. After
We got four
such an epic
swordfish.
battle. After such an epic battle.
You, everyone sort of is like salivating at the thought of this. Like, ooh, you've seen plenty of people fishing in your life. You've not seen someone pulling a fish this big, this easy. And Iris is there.
Ooh, that is a very good catch. That is a very good catch.
Watch me fillet this one. I'm going to be great. I've never filleted a fish before, but I've never been fishing before. How hard can it be? And you absolutely butcher it. Is hacking away at it. You've done a horrible job, and you get 4 pounds of meat off of it.
What?
He's either muted
That you
or
that-
it's not working.
Was that you that butchered it?
You butchered it, Iris. You
Me?
butchered it.
I
Okay.
butchered it.
Was
Why
so
would I?
proud
I
of-
wouldn't. Nah.
I described
Ah.
it. You were so proud of your catch. You've never been fishing before.
I wouldn't. All right. Yeah.
You're there hunched
guess-
over
yeah.
it, and inspecting it, and you're like,
Yeah,
give me a
alright.
dagger. You just
Ah.
leave chunks of flesh on there. It's
Can
just-
can other people try as well? I mean, given that we're all there.
I'm going
What
to use.
about if we wanted to make a honey and bury the swordfish in the coals to cook it whole? Who wants
Mm.
freshly, lightly fried fish fillets? We're not a bunch of dads.
Just out of curiosity, where are you going to find all the firewood to make a honey? I need quite a
Very
bit.
nice.
We're surrounded by jungle.
Yeah, Zom,
but the-
Zom looks towards the jungle.
Goes. That's all pretty sort of moist, jungly wood, though.
And magic.
Super hot
We
day.
use-
It'll be fine.
Did we use all
dry
of
out.
the crates and
Yeah.
the barrels and the everything in the shelter?
You
or were
dismantle
there
your
bits
shelter to create a honey. Congratulations.
We're
You got an outfit.
gonna burn these new chests.
Like 8 more pounds of meat. Congratulations, guys.
How hot are the rocks that were sitting out baking in the sun? Fish cooks at pretty low temperature.
Yeah. I am curious as to how you're actually going to how you're going to store this.
We're gonna sit with the mirrors and reflect the
I-
sun's light
So,
and move it slowly.
What we need to do, fish jerky. Fish jerky. That's what we're doing.
Okay.
We've got plenty of salt from seawater, which we can evaporate. Make some salt.
Eris is just shoveling it into her mouth. You're gonna waste it.
Yeah. That's
we can
why
start-
you.
we can-
I actually agree with Iris. I think we need to eat.
Can we take this fish and offer it to the cat thing? If we see it, we could be here, kitty kitty, and lob this
Mm,
this
get
obliterated
fish.
remains of a
Mm-mm.
swordfish.
I
Could've
threw him
done-
a bird yesterday. He didn't want it. You can't have
That
my
was a
fish.
bird.
Could have done that with the crab, mate.
Listen, if he didn't take the bird, he's not taking the fish. I caught this fish. This is my fish. Now, if you guys like some, you can ask politely. But
Irish
I
is
feel
something-
that's fair.
Iris.
You've
Iris.
punctured the guts when you were cutting the fillet off. I mean,
Yeah,
its
spoiled it.
bowels have spread all through the. What's left? I'm not eating that.
Iris, I would like to have a small portion of your fish. If it pleases you, may I join you at your table, your makeshift table?
My man, I picture her just like she's just pulled it up onto the sand and she's just digging in on her knees, just like pulling bits out.
I mean,
Yeah,
you
all
guys
right.
You need a pound of food each per day. There's 4
Yeah.
pounds there.
So she eats her pound of flesh and then just stands up and walks away, ready to move on up the stream.
So what's a ration pack apparently good for? Because I don't know, the Dungeoneer or whatever I chose gives me 10 of those, or everyone might have 10 of those.
Yeah, I have 10 days worth of rations.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's
ration pack.
days. Is it day?
Ration pack is one pack is 1 day.
Rations consist of dry food suitable for extended travel, including jerky, dried fruit, hardtack, and nuts.
These nuts.
So, combined, how many of those do you have?
I have 10 apparently.
I have 2.
I have 10.
22 ration packs.
No one's got any. No one else has any, or
I have 10 days of rations.
So you have 32 ration packs.
does anyone else have any ration packs, guys?
We must all have one.
You'd think.
Mm. Mm-mm.
Okay, well, that Dungeoneer's pack on your back looks like it. No. Okay, well, that's that then.
Right, so you've got your food. Are you gonna? It's gonna. If 4 of you are gonna eat a pound, one of you is gonna have a ration pack.
Did some of us eat some berries?
I can eat berries. I like berries. Berries are great.
I mean, a pound of berries, is that great?
I'm a rabbit.
500 grams of berries.
Well, that to my 7-year-old daughter. She will say a pound of berries is great.
I was just going to say a similar thing.
It's not on the plumbing issue there.
Don't worry,
That was some
the,
jerky and dried fruit from the rations pack.
That sounds like a tomorrow problem.
Berries and nuts,
well,
so they'll
I
be
mean,
like
You want
flaky
to
bits.
try and eat a pound of berries. You guys probably wouldn't have got collected a pound. You collected some. but
Oh, I
not a
thought
pound.
I thought we collected 76.
Yeah, it was a
76
pound.
Yeah.
is-
76 berries would
These are quite large
clearly make a
berries, don't they?
pound. Yeah,
I don't
we
know how
collected
much-
just gonna-
76
that's
of
imperial.
each.
And I've got
It would be-
65 left.
Would be it would be about a pound. I'll say you've collected a pound of berries. Berries.
we
About
get
500
lost in
grams.
the.
Yeah, let's not go too. Let's not go crazy.
Let's keep going.
Yeah, let's do D&D.
Graham's not gonna eat. Graham's gonna eat a few berries, but not enough to last him a day. So he's gonna start getting hungry later.
Yeah, Zom's going to have some of the fish.
Do you guys want to keep track of your individual ration packs?
Yeah, I mean, I've got it in my items, so
Just make
I've
if you use one,
subtracted one for
on a
today.
system, just make sure you use them. So
Yeah.
if Bob subtracted his, all 4 of the remaining 4 of you have a pound of fish to eat, and your hunger is sorted for the day. Just go by that. And you
And
guys
is
have all-
Iris actually sharing, or is she like a feral animal guarding her sacred catch?
No, she ate it and then walked away.
Yeah,
She's
yeah,
eaten
yeah.
4
Yeah.
pounds on her
Away.
own.
No. She ate a
Oh,
pound.
just her bit. Okay.
Yeah. She ate her bit, and then it was like, yeah.
Pound of raw
Well,
swordfish.
And
sushi.
we are the
So-
vultures.
So it's actually she can chill it or she can warm it up with prestidigitation. So she uses that to make it. I don't know if it can make it like hot.
I don't like the idea of warm. I feel like
Yeah, it's just
warm-
made it-
Yeah, I think that's
Not cooked,
so-
warm.
I feel that's a constitution saving
Yeah.
throw.
So
Kind of thing.
I think she would have chilled it. So
It's like
so
sushi.
it's like a swordfish
Sashimi.
sashimi. Yeah. Swordfish
Yeah.
sashimi.
Delicious. Awesome. All right, cool. So, what do you guys want to do now?
Up the river.
Yep, let's go.
All got our stuff back, so I'm assuming the swordfish sword nose isn't going to be a worthwhile investment.
Oh, weapon.
Weapon.
Why don't you guys
Ooh.
make it a mantle feature for your fireplace on the second floor?
So the short sword, you'd have to make it into a. You'd need a hilt and all that, wouldn't you? We don't have time for that. Let's keep going.
Let's go.
I've only got limited time.
Up the
So,
river. Let's
the
go.
creek, are you guys going to walk through the water or along the edge?
So was that walk along the edge of it? Surely.
Are you guys going to walk
Uh,
like,
along
range
the
through
edge.
water or walk along the edge?
Yeah, it'd be along the edge if we can.
Yep.
For as far as we can, yeah.
As far as you can. All right. Use all on your map. All right. So, with surprising ease, you're able to navigate along the edge of the creek from the beach. Sturdy bank and surmountable boulders make the trek manageable. As you progress up the creek, you note two things: ever-present, ominous, shadowy figure gently padding through the forest at a distance, quietly observing you. There is now a familiarity to its presence, constant and strangely comforting. The only other thing you note is a strong smell of acrid smoke drifting, carrying on the breeze towards the coast. As you progress along the creek, the smell becomes stronger and stronger, to a point now where it is almost overwhelming you.
Can we identify the smell?
Yeah.
Just acrid, pretty horrid. It's just... You wouldn't be able to identify other than the fact it's unpleasant. You reach to this...
Broken
this
still
point
isn't
here,
fixed.
and it's coming overwhelming now, and it's gasping for fresh air, and your eyes are drawn towards the source of the smoke.
Which is.
What do we see?
What do you see?
Tell us, DM. Tell us.
Demogorgon.
So,
Oh, that'd be a good twist.
small island sits in the middle of the creek, and out here there are two large tree houses, one of which has a chimney emitting thick white smoke. Where you are, the hut, you can see the hut itself is crudely made of bits of driftwood, bone, and forest debris. A series of pipes made from bamboo run down from the tree. From them, you can see a clear, viscous, oily substance flowing into the creek. A crude rope bridge crosses between two huts. The island itself is not overgrown, and you see a small manicured garden under one of the huts. Yet you would imagine the produce being grown here is not being sold at any farmers markets nearby. The tree itself has a number of things hanging from it, small and undiscernible from this distance. They seem to vary in shape and size. Through the thick foliage, you can make out a few figures at the base of the tree, and you can hear a shrill voice shouting out what seems very authoritarian orders.
Does it sound like a voice similar to what we heard yesterday on the beach when we fought the not
it's-
kobolds?
It's not the same voice, but it's a similar
similar
being
language?
shouted.
Dialect?
You can tell it's probably a similar being. Can you guys hear music?
No.
No,
No.
Why isn't it working? That's annoying.
I could until we
there's
went onto this
nothing
map.
playing. Yep. Jungle Shaman by Tabletop Audio. No, now it stopped.
A new beginning.
If this one works.
2 minutes. There it is.
Cosmic Stew. Oh,
That one.
I now I'm getting
I want
hungry.
that one. I'm gonna add it again. It's the song that I wanted to play here.
Shaman.
Chaka ooga chaka ooga 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 chaka ooga chaka ooga chaka ooga 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 chaka.
Fish bait.
Stop this feeling.
Shark bait. Ooh ha ha.
Jungle ruins and jungle shaman.
Now I hear birdies.
Ooh. Tweet.
We'll try that one instead. So is that sort of the order? You guys can rearrange yourself if you wanted to appear in a different order, depending on how you are there. So pushing up the creek, put someone
Ramrod's
front.
quite interested in moving on. He's
Okay, so Ramrod, just stop before you go any further.
Yeah.
Can you do an investigation check, please?
Guide. I guide you with guidance. As I do at
Look.
every opportunity I can.
Smoke.
So from where you are, you can tell that those orders that are being shouted down, or the authoritarian voice coming down from within the tree, look at the two figures and they're sort of standing there, and then as the shrillness goes up in the voice coming down, you see them go, and it's like they're pumping bellows.
okay. I'll relay that to everybody.
As you've noticed, sort of as they pump it, smoke gets bigger. It stops, and the smoke starts dying down.
They've
There's
got
a constant
central
flow
heating
of-
and indoor plumbing. Their shelter
The
is much
constant
better than
flow
mine.
of
I'm going to take that down as a note for next time.
oily substance constantly flowing out of the pipe that's there into the creek.
Maybe we'll just take their home.
I don't think you like this song. I don't know what it is, but it's not water that's coming out of their pipes.
Yes,
And
it
I-
appears to be, this is ruinous for the beautiful surroundings.
We go over.
Try and stop them?
Can
I think that would be a good. Well, let's investigate what they're doing first. But yes, I think the ultimate goal would be to stop them. I feel like we would be able to drink out of this water here and save you some spell slots going forwards, and you don't have to fill up the barrel.
Shall we try a snake? Says telepathically.
Ramrod, we heard creatures that spoke like this yesterday, and they weren't friends. They weren't interested in being friends.
I'd say they were the opposite of
No,
friends.
they attacked us. They attacked us almost without warning. We were prepared though. We prepared ourselves.
All I said was, "Hey guys, how's it going?" And they just started pointing at me and gack, 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 gack. It's very
Yes.
rude.
Quite
And they
rude.
weren't even scared of Zom. Sorry, they weren't even scared of me.
Third person.
Yeah, I thought they
well.
would have run away,
I mean,
but they didn't.
as Graham suggested, we can try to sneak up on them.
If we want to try and sneaky. Joe would say sneaky. That'll be a stealth check from each of you as you try and push through this quite lush, thick undergrowth. Yeah. Or Ramrod.
Oof.
Or Bob.
Let's turn around and shout. I have to warn you, I'm not very good at this.
Everyone? That's everyone, isn't it? So,
That's everyone.
Good 12.
And as you are crunching through the undergrowth, these two figures sort of turn and start to look your way.
Where do we get up to before they turn and look our way, though?
You guys move forward 5 feet, I would say, with those rolls. I mean, come on.
To there.
You can each move 1 square.
One square back.
And then I'd like you all to roll for initiative. These guys sort of look to you and go. You hear the voice from in the tree go. Yeah, you can work out where that voice has come from.
Yeah, Mars attacks.
Go.
Kobold, but not kobold, eh?
Why is it all there twice again?
They're not kobolds.
Oh, Bold, Dragon Shield. It's because you've probably got their add template name. Add name to template.
I've got. I didn't clear it from last time, so Bob, yours is 10. I'm just gonna clear all yours off and then add you in.
You just changed their names on the character sheet to not a Kobold Dragon Shield.
Okay. Emerald, you're 15. Bob, you're 10. So I deleted you. Graham, you're 20. Zom, you're 5. Emerald, you're 15. Cool. Iris, 14. 12. Bob is. Okay. Graham, you're up.
So still didn't add Zom in.
Or missing Zom.
5. He's down the bottom.
He's not.
Nope.
Down that same.
Down the bottom of mine.
It's
weird.
Bob's down the bottom of ours.
Okay, I will just roll another initiative and I'll change you back to 5. Upgrade you to 5. Alright. Graham. So the water to your left there, about, it's not that deep, it's about 5 foot deep. 3 to 5 foot deep.
So could I do that? And see my.
As you to there.
Do I think I could do that basically, or do I think this is a better route?
Are you going?
Well, Graham's doing some path analysis. He's thinking, what's the easiest route for Graham to take? But Graham thinks, being a short person, who's quite small, he could easily get across the water.
Are they on the ground or are they up in the tree houses?
On the ground.
Okay.
So from could you roll a investigation check? This rock here, as you look at it, doesn't seem quite right.
Doesn't seem like the other rocks.
It looks a little bit different,
Not like
so
the
you
other.
think that you're probably better off going the other way.
Okay. Graham is going to go this way. Oops.
You get underneath that tree into melee range of the. Here.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep. And he's going to. He's going to do that.
Stabs with the pointy end and hits him. 5 points of damage. So you pound across through the water. The rocks there are pretty firm. They're not too deep in the water, so you don't have any issues getting across. You bounce, dum dum dum. You sort of fly through you jump off the rock here to get there. You sort of. Your spear into the gap in the creature before you use leather armor, and you. Right.
Okay. He's just got to do this one as well.
You go to kick, but you're just feeling a bit too excited from your strike, and your You're glad you got across the water, but too athletic.
Slightly over exuberant.
You're pretty pumped.
Hmm.
Okay, my turn. When is
Ramrod,
it?
you're up.
Okay.
Oh, sorry, I did say Ramrod, you're up. Yep.
All right. Okay. Let's try this. I'm going to cast Spiritual Weapon.
What does it look like?
Okay, I'm going to cast
Tell
it
us.
right about here.
So just... Does it look like?
So I haven't ever done this before. This is just something that I had a dream about last night. So I'm just trying this out for the first time. I'm going to cast a spiritual weapon, and above these two dudes on that island, shape begins to appear. From the middle out. It's a long shaft. At one end, it forms like a D shape on the end of that long shaft. On the other, a flat, slightly concave piece of metal. It's a shovel. It's a farm shovel. It's the best that I could come up with, having never done this before. It's just a
I
big
was
ass.
expecting you to say 2 bowls.
What's that? It's a huge Woody.
Huge. Big nuts. It's
Just trying to find a good picture of it.
And so having cast it, I don't know what all of the numbers mean.
So, spiritual weapon. So I think the first one is the... I
Hit.
think the hit, so you've cast it and it's appeared and hits as a bonus action. Or the...
It's all the
How did
same
we do it?
action. Yeah, the bonus action is casting or moving and then swinging with it.
Yeah. So casting and... So it manifests and then you swing it, which is that 14.
Sure, okay, 14, 9, that's the swing to hit.
Surprised by the hit of the appearance of the shovel. Oh, it wasn't just a dream last night. That's cool. You think, I wonder if I can control it like I was doing, and you vroom, can. I missed that guy. That's a shame. So you swing and a miss. Anything else you'd like to do?
Okay, so that didn't do anything.
Too much. Just trying to find a shovel appropriate.
I will then try guiding bolt to the furthest away.
I think you can do that. So that would be 2 spells.
Oh, is that a thing? Because spiritual weapon
Yeah.
is a
You'd have to be.
bonus
What? It'd need to be a cantrip though, and
Oh, okay.
it's not a cantrip, so you can only do.
cast. You could do a cantrip as an action. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay.
So you could do bonus action spiritual weapon and then cast a
No
cantrip.
worries. I'll do second flame then. On the closest guy.
60 feet within range.
Dex save.
Save. Ooh.
Saves.
Okay, cool. So it's not an area of effect. Saves these.
Doesn't take half damage.
Ooh.
Okay. Then nothing's working.
You're a bit surprised. You're glad you've got your spellcasting focus back, but
Yeah.
watching your
it
sacred
is.
picture.
I'll
But
come
it's
on to here.
failing you a bit at the moment.
Actually,
What your mission in the off while you're not in combat, Ramrod, is to find a picture of a shovel you'd like to use. Iris.
Iris is going to run 30 feet to here. see the fracas, and she's going to cast a new spell. She's going to hold her book tightly. Look at the one that is fighting Graham and cast Mind Sliver. I need you to make a intelligence saving throw. So you fail, you take 6 points of psychic damage, and the next time you've got to make a saving throw, you take 3 away from it.
Okay. So
This blast of psychic energy just goes into the creature's skull.
it sort of sees this shovel appear beside it. Ah.
I don't know how to add images to.
Just send me a link and I'll add it all. Alright, so this guy here is going to. He's a bit dazed, but he's still orientated enough to do a. Get his spear. Stab it towards Graham here. He's going to do 2 attacks. 13.
Miss.
20.
That's a hit.
Hit for 2 points of damage. What? Right.
Ow.
Oh.
Hey,
Quickly just stabs like that at you, and the first one sort of either side for, but the second one gets you. And he's going to stay there. This one here is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4. He's going to stay there. He's going to hold an attack when someone tries to get onto the island to get past him. Sort of standing there. Dom, you're up next.
Right.
And Bob is up.
Oh, sorry. Oh, I see.
Sorry, I was googling sprite pictures. Which ones have been hit so far, or just the one next to Graham?
Yes, I believe so.
That's the only one that's been hit.
Oh. Pop over there. Wind up the.
This is right here.
And for this one, yeah.
On here. Is that
Yep.
21 hits? It's aiming at this guy here who's sort of distracted by Ramrod's approach.
And I've clicked it, and I'm waiting. Maybe it didn't register.
Okay.
And a whopping 3. And he's pushed back 10 feet over to, I guess, here in a straight line.
Well, I mean, yeah, it'd be to there, so you...
I was trying to get into a place to knock him into the stream, but that's not going to happen.
It flies him into, and he sort of... He's right next to the pipe that's still got the ooze sort of coming out of it. And...
And being the brave hero, Bob will just basically step back a bit.
He's gonna drop his, I guess he's gonna drop his action as well. His held action. Zom.
Right, I'm going to use my fungal staff. And I'm going to... I'm not quite sure how this works. I'm trying to figure it out, but... I want to cast... I want to use, say... probably 4 charges. And place noxious mushrooms on the ground. So... it's 1 charge per square that the noxious mushrooms appear on. So I'll try and put them. How do I show you that?
Oh, that's right, I'm just looking at your character sheet. Where is it?
No, it's a weapon. It's a staff.
The fist.
Oh, okay. Yeah, could have just done that then. I'll take that one.
No, you need to do it yourself.
Well, actually, because it's a spell that's being cast. I don't think it's actually got a.
Have you got it in your spell sheet?
Ooh, no, I don't.
Maybe pop it in your spell sheet and just put it in brackets. Fungal staff. What I had done with the Staff of the Magi is Yin. So I had all his staff spells in there, but just noted that they were fungal staff of the Magi.
Alrighty, yo. So you just made a new spell and
I just popped it in there.
chucked it all underneath one spell.
No. So yeah, each spell.
You
The
can change
staff.
the title of the spell and then
Spell,
just put in brackets that it's from FFS.
Right. Okay. I'll have to do that.
It's all right. So you're.
So I'm going to cast these mushrooms, and I'll cast 4 of them, and they'll be like.
I find it again. Yeah.
Sort of like there. So using those 4 squares. Now, what I don't know is if it affects friends. Each space becomes difficult terrain, though. When a creature moves into or within
Yes,
the
it will.
space, it takes 2d4 poison damage for every 5 feet
foot it travels.
it travels. Yep.
So it will affect your friends then.
Alright, so, yes. Within that space.
Yes. So if they cross that, walk through your mushroom field, we will take damage.
So, in which case, I might do it, so I'll do that slightly different. Could I do it there? That's not really on solid ground over the
I mean, there's bank
right-hand side.
there. There's solid ground under a thin bit of water there. It's fine.
And I'll do that, so I'll use, what's that, 6 charges.
6 charges.
So I'll use 6 charges and do that. Now, at the same time, I will also expend a bonus action, which I can do, and I will cast Cloud Kill. Now, I'll have to look that up.
While holding the staff, you can expend 1 or more charges to cast the following spell from it. Okay. Okay, to a blast. Yep. Okay, bonus action. Yep. Cloud kill.
Hang on, I'll just add that in. Oh shit! Oh, that's a level 5. Can I actually cast that?
Yeah.
If it's
Yeah,
from the
you
staff. Yeah.
Yeah. Yep.
That's probably the overkill.
Where are you going to do it?
Oh, right. Is it 20 feet? It's a 20 foot. Yep. So, I'll only hit them.
Where are you doing your 20 foot?
Gotta be right. It's gotta be next to the mushrooms.
Can't be on the
the-
mushrooms.
20-foot radius, not diameter.
Yeah.
Spells are
Must
cast
be in a
using a
point
bonus action instead of the normal
Instead of
casting
their normal
time.
Casting time, and must target a point adjacent to a space occupied by the mushrooms. Additionally,
Adjacent
these
to a
spells'
space.
duration become
Okay,
1
so-
round instead of their normal action, ending at the end of your next turn.
So, yeah, it would be. Hang on.
You're gonna kill Ramrod.
No.
Kill everyone.
Let's
It's
start there.
killed
So
us all.
that's the radius, sort of roughly. Yeah.
Be adjacent to the mushroom?
But it would have to. I can't do it adjacent, like not immediately adjacent.
Oh, I thought that was what it said.
Needs to be immediately adjacent to where you cast.
Oh, if that. Oh, well, okay.
It has to be either here, 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 here,
You're all dead.
here.
Yeah.
That's
Okay. Oh, I didn't realise it was going to do quite that sort of thing. Yeah, I won't do that then. That's going to be a bit shit.
No. Follow through.
Yeah, you've said it.
It'll be
well, I
great.
mean,
You can't take your hand off the chest piece once you've placed your hand.
so
He has,
what happens?
He has cast it. He has
What
cast
happens? So when I cast it, then does
Just
it
roll
just,
with it, Dom.
does it not have?
Can I make a DM avoiding early TPK move here? I think you also cast.
I mean,
the
if you
mushroom
have
up
to.
here. Up here, didn't you as well? That that you could make it adjacent to.
Didn't you? Right?
So, yeah, I'm pretty sure I did accidentally cast an extra one up there.
Yeah.
So when it's adjacent to only one mushroom, it acts as if it's adjacent to all the mushrooms. Yeah.
No.
All right.
No.
I think for future reference, for future use of this stuff, the mushrooms have to be in a clump. Up to the field with them.
Oh,
right?
a single cluster.
Clump.
Yeah.
Yeah. Right, but you can either keep your mushrooms as they are, or make not classed cloud kill, or you can make them a clump and cast cloud kill this time around. Then from now on, that's how we're going to do it, right?
All right.
Choice is yours.
I will.
It's anywhere you can see. So if you can see up there, you can make mushrooms grow there. It's just an extra charge you're using.
But
Yeah, and there's 25
from now
charges.
on, we're home ruling this homebrew that they need to be in a clump.
Yep.
Mushrooms.
All right.
You can't just enter the field with mushrooms and go, I'm going to cast cloud kill everywhere.
All right. Well, I will. I'll clump it up and I'll still cast cloud kill because I want to see what it does.
Okay. Where are you casting it?
So
Where are you clumping?
I'll clump the mushrooms up a bit more. Hang on a sec. I'll draw a shape.
Mushroom.
Delete these ones you've currently got.
I'm just. Hang on. What do I got? It's 25 charges. So yeah. So I'll do. I'll let you keep that white square there, except I'll do it slightly different. Yeah, so I'll do it like that, and like that maybe. What's that? $16. Is that clumpy enough?
14, isn't it? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 14.
Oh, yeah, it is 14, sorry. Is that clumpy enough?
That's pretty clumpy.
Cool. Alright, so I'll cast it at the... sort of at the edge there. So that 20 feet... actually, it will be closer than that. So it hits him, but it misses... who was that again? Was that Iris? Yeah.
Iris is back on the mainland. That's Graham down there.
Graham. Right. I still don't know who everyone is yet.
Closer to talk.
Bloody racist Loxodons.
Is a
Well, he
20
hasn't-
foot radius. Move
Hasn't
into where
had
you want
much
to cast it.
experience.
That?
Yeah, from the centre point of that square there.
Your
Radius,
close.
not diameter.
So,
Yeah, these fucking circles.
I'm going to draw a circle as well. Hang on.
Yep. Alright, well. Okay, so you're casting Cloud Kill. one of the little mushrooms just on the edge of the mushroom field that you create. This gas just comes oozing out of it, is the best way to describe it. And so both of these two guys, so they need Constitution saving throws. Top one first, and then that's a 10 because of the -3 from Iris.
What's your spell save DCs on?
Is 12.
So that one fails.
And sliver for the win. At least for
But,
a half win.
half the win. So the
I'll
first
take
one
it.
up here. This one up here. So what is it? 5d8. Do you want to roll the damage?
Ooh, 5d8, Jesus, yeah. Oh,
Pretty good. That's pretty good.
that's
So-
that's like a third of what could be.
Good for a
And,
bonus action.
As the gas sort of takes damage. Not as much as you'd expect it to. Coughing up. Doesn't cough up blood, it sort of just and it sort of
Any other effects noticed
Yeah.
anywhere else?
Yeah.
Any
Nobody
other-
move into those areas for the next, is it 10 minutes, I think.
Oh, don't worry. They
yeah.
move 10. They move 10 feet every round.
From you.
no. It's a bonus action, and in addition, these spells' duration
That's
becomes
right.
1 round instead of their normal duration, ending at the end of your next turn. So it's gone at the end of the next turn. What was that? What did you say, Graham?
The mushrooms are gone, but doesn't the cloud kill?
The vapor. Yeah.
The cloud kill goes as well, doesn't it?
The cloud kill goes.
Okay.
These spells are cast using the bonus action.
Second paragraph.
In addition, these spells' duration becomes 1 round instead of their normal duration. So, yeah.
Second
Oh, yeah.
paragraph. The second half of the second paragraph.
Oh, good.
What did you say, Graham?
I don't know. Can't remember.
Dom, you done?
Oh, I believe Zom is. I might move slightly closer. Other than that, yep. Yeah, about there.
Okay.
There we go.
Yep. Graham is. Really do that. He's just gonna go.
Miss.
Let's see. It's gonna use. Let's try this. Use a key point. And then do. That.
Ooh, a crit hit.
Yeah.
Are we doing
Yeah, well-
double damage, or are we doing the button?
What were the perks of the button?
It's a. I'll give you a clue. It's a D100. So,
I'm gonna take double damage.
so that is a. The second dice. Oh, sorry, it's 12. Second
Yeah.
dice doubles. Yep.
Is that how we do it?
Yeah. So you got 4 plus
Yeah.
then the double 4. That's 4 plus 12. 4 plus 8, 12.
Okay. Cool. Cool. How's that not kobold looking now?
Not Kobold's looking. He's not as pretty as you first saw him, but he's still not great. Still alright. He's still got a bit of fight left in him.
Seeing that, Graham then tries to kick him in the face, which is a long way up for Graham.
Oh, it's a good thing you jumped sort of off the rock, because you get him right in the cheekbones. This satisfying crack as something breaks. Spit out a tooth.
Graham lands, he's still got his spear in hand.
Anything else you'd like to do?
No. No.
Alright.
Oops, sorry.
Amrod. You're in.
Alrighty.
You're in, son. You're in.
Cool.
Before you, as you were planning to bound across these rocks onto the island, a whole bunch of mushrooms, real yucky looking ones, have just popped up before you. You have no idea where they've come from. Absolutely
Yeah,
not.
Oh, well, I did mention to people to not walk there.
You did. You did. Presuming that is what Zom is referring to, because you... ooey.
Okay. Right. Well, I'm going to move the spiritual weapon, which I can't do.
Let me... think. I should just be able to... Where do you want to move it to?
Yeah. Yep. And take a swing at all the way there. Right. How do I do it without casting?
And you just
Please
you
cast
just-
it again.
cast it again.
It's not a cast, it's a move.
Your bonus action.
Yeah. It's not another cast, it's just moving the spiritual weapon that's already
And
cast.
take the spell slot
Yeah.
off. And make sure, I don't think it does it automatically, but
No.
just make sure it doesn't.
And when you cast it, you can make a melee. You bonus action move, and you melee attack with it.
Ye-
The 21 hits.
Cool. So it's just 10, right?
And yep. Goes around the jungle. Like a clung. Gong.
Cool.
Nearby temple or something like that that you can't see. It's a shovel whacking a guy in the head.
Good. And then I should be able to use yeah, I'll just do guiding bolt. Then, yeah.
You can do that because that's right because he's already cast the spell, hasn't he? Do spiritual weapon and a spell, like moving the spiritual weapon and attacking with it and a spell.
Yes, moving
yeah.
it and keep swinging with it.
Because he's not casting a spell, he's just moving it as his bonus action. Or ordering it
Okay.
around.
Bolt of the a couple of days now that you've got your focus, you feel the warmth on it, and you shoot your paw out, and this bolt of energy crackles through the air, singeing, and then it's the guy. Falls down onto one hand, props himself back up on his spear. He's not looking overly happy at you. Iris, you're up.
Iris is going to extend her hand and cast Eldritch Blast, the one next to Graham.
Here's a hit.
For 8 points of damage.
Flies through
And-
the air. Just a bird sort of flies by and it just misses the bird. It's the guy in the chest.
And it's going to push him back 10 feet.
Actually, is
He's
it
passing
alright if
through those.
Ramrod used his movement to hop onto the island before his turn is finished?
Hop onto the island. Yep, you can hop to there. And so he's going to take, not Ramrod, this lizard guy, 2d4 for every foot it travels. Because it's difficult terrain, does it still push me 10 foot?
That is a good question, and if I weren't relocating the laptop, I would tell you. Jez, can you have a quick look at Repelling Blast?
Yeah, no, it goes into that
Please.
detail. Let's try general Google.
I think it just pushes them.
I've just come under generic.
Forced movement is
Forced
unaffected.
movement.
Oh no, that's Gloomhaven, not.
No, it doesn't say. When you hit a creature with Eldritch Blast, you can push the creature up to 10 feet away from you in a straight line. So, it doesn't say, so yes, you can. So, they are unaffected by difficult terrain.
And he takes 2d4? D4 poison damage.
2d4 per 5 feet, yeah.
So he's going to take 4d4.
And that's it for Iris.
Whoa, that's almost the best roll you could have gotten.
His feet just drag across the top as he flies backwards through the air. They pop, burning his toes. He sort of knowing he is probably near his demise. Guy here is going to. Oh, actually, just 1 second. He is going to throw his spear at Graham.
Rude.
Is he still in
So
the poison
Yes,
cloud? Does he take damage at the start of his turn?
Or is the poison
I
cloud gone
don't know.
now?
Think so.
Will it last
No.
until it says at the start of your
Oh.
turn in the spell description, doesn't it? Or is it ending your turn?
The first time on the turn, or starts its turn there.
Yeah,
A creature
Yeah,
enters
well-
its spells area for the first time on a turn, or starts its turn there.
Yeah, so it's starting its turn there, so it takes the damage.
It's a con save. Doesn't matter because it's gonna kill it. That's 5d8 minus 2 divided by 2, so matter if he saves. Only got 2 health left, so
Can I roll it anyway?
roll it anyway and then describe how it happens.
Oh, god damn it. It's an Agayon roll.
Is an angle.
Oh, so how it happens? Oh, I mean, we're in a cloud kill scenario here, so we're talking melty skin off the bone. Do you remember the original RoboCop with the guy in the nuclear waste? Ooh, that was a wicked scene. That's what I'm talking about here.
That happens. Goes to throw his spear. As he takes a deep breath. Plumped down. This guy here, also starting his turn. The cloud kill. So he fails his con save, so takes 12 points of damage. Oh, sorry, 6 points of damage. Then the mushrooms are only if you move through them. Into
Yeah,
or
so I think
within
if
it.
he
12
moved,
points, right?
if he moved out of them immediately,
He's not going to move out of them because he's just seen his friend's feet sort of melt away as they flew over them. So he's gonna, as he's sort of do what the other guy was going to do, and throw his spear, but this time at Ramrod because it's the nearest person. And he's trying to stop him from getting on this island, but he underestimates his dying strength and misses horribly. You're up.
So Bob keeping close eyes on Iris, trying to learn what's going on. He thinks, oh, that's a good idea. So is this forest what we can move through, this scenery? Or is it, do we have to
Yeah,
walk
I mean,
around the
it's-
trees?
No, you can. It's not too. It's sort of being cleared out a bit here by the.
So I can
whatever's
sort of
living
go
on
up
this
to here
island.
with my 35 feet.
Yeah, you can kind of, but you wouldn't be able to push on much further past this sort of area here into the jungle.
And then he readies the pitch again.
It's like your heyday. This pitch flies through the air, finding its strike zone perfectly.
Come on. There we go.
But it's the first time that you've seen someone slump dead as a result of one of your pitches.
Otherwise, he also got pushed back 10 feet. Pop, 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 pop.
Pop, 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 pop. I just want to call it a night here.
Yeah.
Should we,
Oh, okay.
should we clean up quickly and
So, as the two guards, you see a little head stick out of one of the windows of the hut.
Shift C.
5d8?
Shift C.
Yeah, 5d8.
Already been done for the first round. I'm gonna roll his initiative.
Now hang on, is he up? He was up in the tree, you said?
He's in the treehouse.
Yep, because the mushrooms are only on the ground. They can only grow out of the ground.
But the cloud kill.
The cloud
Cloud
kill would
kill.
be up in the air, but he wouldn't get affected by mushrooms if he moved.
I've already done one round of damage of cloud kill for him subtly. Just because he's entering combat now. Oops, 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 oops. So he's going to take. Do you want to roll the 5d8 for his first?
Hasn't that already been rolled? That would be the
12.
yeah. I would like it to be more than that. I would be happy to roll again, but I think that's probably the one you should be taking.
You see his hand cover his mouth. And he gets down. It's like a bit of cloth over his face. And that's probably where we will leave it, I think.
Damn.
Let me just roll. I'll roll him into initiative.
And it would be Zom's turn next, so the cloud kill will disappear, I think.
End of your turn.
End of my turn. Okay.
Not that it really matters as long as you're not going into it.
What?
Kitty dog.
Wow.
Oh, no, that's not what it's meant to be.
Get it,
Definitely.
Potsy. I said it.
It edited it, but it didn't edit the right bit, obviously. Ah, there's the thing I need to change.
Yeah, his little picture's cool.
Is this going to be like an ancient demon or something?
This is actually Megara.
Megara inventor.
Yeah.
Bring it back up. it say Kobold Scale Sorcerer for you guys?
Not
Kobold
Kobold
Inventor.
Inventor.
Not
Inventor.
Okay. I don't. It's saying Kobold Scale Sorcerer. I don't know why it's saying that. It is not Kobold Inventor. And we're gonna stop right there.
Yes, it is not Kobold
go.
Inventor.
Here. Bizarre. The initiative thing is doing weird things. Yeah, that's him there.
Definitely Megara.
Definitely.
As far as Graham's concerned,
Is.
Did you shift Z on him?
What do you mean? Like to copy him in?
No. Shift Z.
Okay.
Boing.
I've got hover zoom on, so I can hover over the
Have a zoom. What?
What? What's hover
it's
zoom?
just it's a Chrome add-on, or I don't know if it's hover zoom or one of the other ones.
Oh, that sounds interesting.
That's what he looks like as he sticks his head out.
Maybe this one's friendly. Hey, how's it going?
Alright.
I'm Bob.
Pick it
Nice
up-
to meet
pick
you.
it up, this week.
cool.
Ha!
I got up early,
Yep.
but I counted
Yep.
with a liter of Monster today, so I'm alright at the moment.
I've been up since like
A
4 today, so-
liter. Jesus.
Alright guys, well that'll do it for tonight. We'll pick it up next week with Bob and Zom having a go at this head sticking out of there that's in definitely half cover.
Nah, Bob's turn's finished. Move on.
Just quickly, Ches, was your liter out of like a 10-liter barrel?
No.
I think 10,
But it
I
was
think
out
10
of-
gallons of monster would probably kill you. Is that, can you
Yeah.
move shovel now? Does it work for you to move it?
Yeah.
Ooh,
Hmm.
magic shovel.
That was fun. I want to kill more kobolds now.
Okay, well,
I mean,
Not kobolds.
not kobolds, not
Not
kobolds.
Yeah, right.
that is now their canon name, not kobolds.
I like how you could have gone with lizard folk, which are an actual race, but instead you went with kobolds, and then called them lizard people. Yes, the serpent folk, or Yuan Ti. No, that's good. Want to know more about this island? Where is the hatch?
No, right? I know. Anywho, that's all for another time, another day, another place.
Less time eating and drinking, more time exploring.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys, still pretty early in the morning. Only like, be a quick 30-minute hike up this creek. Get here. If
That
you
took
survive
30
this-
minutes?
to
And-
get
and-
up the creek, yeah.
And yeah, okay, it felt like we only were like 3 or 4 minutes into the forest when we came across those trees and the clearings and that sort of thing, and the cat was beyond those. The big feline thing was beyond those.
Yeah, it's been a day, nearly a day, since you guys went into where the berries were. Cat does move around the jungle, watching you guys, following your path, the trailings. It was
Doesn't
further into
sleep.
the.
Yeah.
It was much further into the jungle than those trees with berries were. This is the furthest you guys have trekked in.
Yeah, how does it move around between those trees when even our little monk won't fit between the trees versus this big
It's-
9-foot cat?
That's what I mean. I'm thinking
So-
that it's
As
a
I've described
It's
before,
magic.
the-
illusion
I've
or
described
magic.
before,
Yeah.
the edge of the jungle is the thick part. Hard for you to kind of get through the edge of the jungle. Once you get
Magic.
from looking through, yeah, basically.
Like a fence.
Looking through the jungle, yeah, it's kind of like a fence, basically.
Nature's fence.
There's a
But I mean-
password.
But I mean, you look at a jungle along a creek, it's thicker there because the roots are vying for water, trying to survive.
The mangroves.
mangrovey roots kind of things are there,
Trying to-
obscuring.
You trying to ground this in reality?
I
Is
am,
this
because I don't
Trump
think you guys
Island?
appreciate the.
Where he's built a
Right.
wall out of trees.
We should just
And
all
that's
grab
all
onto
those
like the
paper.
vines that are hanging from the sky so that we can move around easily.
If there were vines hanging from the sky supported by magic, then yes, you could do that, but there aren't.
Yet.
Yes, right. Oh, so you mean I can just like misty step through the tree line and then I'll be in the clearing?
If you can see where you're going.
Alexa, carry my ring into the clearing.
By doing that.
Alright, is that
Not
it?
now. It will pick up or in your new foe next week.
All right.
Alrighty.
No wuckers.
Thanks, DM Potts.
Thanks.
Thank you, Mr. Potsy.
Bunch of peas.